Hey everybody, welcome to bodydoc.net, and this is the injury concepts pages of my website. And today we're going to talk about an interesting subject, book written many years ago by Dr. Mark Hyman, Dr. Mark Laponis. Book was Ultraprevention, and I remember reading this. And as I said again, as you see with all these pages on this website, it's sort of the integration of all these concepts. I was really fascinated because here's a couple of very highly trained medical doctors that were looking for the answers for their, both in Dr. Mark Hyman's case, for his own personal health problems that nobody seemed to be able to solve, but also for lots of people that were coming to their offices as doctors of internal medicine and general practitioners, trying to solve problems. I really respect a lot of the doctors, again, that are on these pages. I feel like they have, like me, being a seekers of the truth, seekers of answers to questions of why some patients are getting better and why some patients are not. And after reading this book, I loved some of the concepts because I brought this concept up a number of times here on my website, but sort of the reef system that's inside my skin here. You've got this skin that's covering up this aqueous environment filled with different chemistry and different types of cells, and yet somehow, magically, seemingly, it all works together to create an organism that can make a video like I'm doing right now. But some of the answers also are in that I've always sort of adhered to exercise and eating clean and watching sort of what I put in my mouth. I've been the benefactor of feeling very young and healthy and keeping my fitness levels very high throughout my life, and I credit quite a bit of those, benefits that I have achieved due to some of the books that I've read, and this one happened to be a real mind blower for me, because these two gentlemen went and opened up a fitness camp. I believe it was in Arizona, New Mexico, one of those types of places where you can go for a couple of weeks, you eat super clean, they take you on hikes, you do yoga, you get into mindfulness. It's a real holistic look at the human body. And that, these, as medical doctors, their training made them relatively certain as medical scientists that medicine had all the answers. And then the longer you do this for a living, you realize that spot fixing various problems isn't always the best answer. Clearly, if we could prevent, as the book's name's Ultraprevention, that'd be even better. Now, granted, a lot of you guys are already past some prevention. You're dealing with symptomology, you're dealing with pain, but it's still a great concept to take your body and drag it back into a very healthy healing system. I know that most of you are coming to this website for answers for musculoskeletal problems. My specialty is not in cancer. It's not as an internal medical doctor. It's as a chiropractor and physical therapy, sports medicine that my standpoint is directed at. But as I've mentioned in other pages here on the website, people that are healthy heal, and people that are unhealthy don't. So I was, in a sense, forced to learning other types of concepts to help patients get over the tendonitis or the ligament injury or bursitis or muscle sprain strains, or in general fitness and just feeling better every single day. So let's talk about some of the main concepts of Ultraprevention. We're not going to go into too much detail in this video, but suffice to say, you've got this internal environment, just like we have here. We've got the city dump, where all the waste goes to, and your garbage cans that are outside your house. You don't leave the garbage in your house. And in these ways, our public health has been improved dramatically. The lifespan of humans, for the most part, is based upon the public health measures that we've taken over the last few hundred years. Cleaner water, getting waste away from our homes. So some of the things that started with those Roman aqueducts and the waste mechanisms that were taking place a couple of thousand years ago in early civilization, we have now sophisticated those ideas quite a bit, and we drag all the junk away. Well, your body's the same way. Inside, you're eating food, you're metabolizing it, you're either storing it, you're excreting it in certain ways, but ultimately your body is trying to maintain a very clean household. And so the idea of malnutrition, they refer to as sludge. When you're not eating the right foods, let's say high calorie foods that are low in nutritional value, you're getting a lot of food materials that are being absorbed into the body, but the body doesn't get a lot of nutrition out of those food materials, leading to the idea of sludge. In decreased metabolism and burnout, you find that if you don't use it, you lose it. And so mitochondria are oftentimes implicated in this, in that there's fewer mitochondria, the powerhouses of all your cells, and they're not very good at taking the carbon fragment units that are necessary, like simple sugars or the large lipid molecules, triglycerides, into the mitochondria rugae. There's all these different layers of that mitochondria that are going to metabolize different things, and they simply don't do a very good job of it. You've got inflammation in the form of heat. One of the classic things you would have if you were to fall, you would see redness and you would see swelling and you'd see heat. Many patients that come in to see me that have a swollen joint line, the first thing I do, I place my hands upon it. I find out how much heat is coming off of that joint line. So we know that's an obvious sign of inflammation on the external part of the body. But the same process is going on inside as well. And I would probably say right now, here in 2019, this idea of inflammation is just massive. We've learned so much about it. Another page that I'm developing right now regarding the most recent Nobel Prize being awarded for hypoxia, low oxygen levels, is also linked with this page as well. I'll be doing that. You can check that one out. There's another page here about the Nobel Prize, it's labeled. And you'll see that in that, low oxygen levels change the genetic machinery and lead to inflammation. And we're dealing with this both on musculoskeletal problems, but we're also dealing with inflammation in regards to autoimmunity and various other things that are going on inside, again, this sort of unhealthy reef system that we are creating by poor choices of food, lack of movement and exercise, poor sleep habits. These are all extremely important for prevention and also to drag your body away from being a very sick individual to a very healthy individual, to help all of these sports injuries or exercise-related injuries heal up better. Then we've got detox, and we've talked about that already. You keep on dumping things in the body, whether it be supplements, whether it be poor food choices. Too much is constant. Everybody's looking for adding things to the body. Another one of my pages, again, integrated like the puzzle I'm trying to tell you about here, is fasting. There's another video I have on fasting or on intermittent fasting for those that don't want to go on full fasts, but still they're both extremely valuable. Why? Well, they allow my liver and they allow my kidneys to cleanse my blood. And when I do that, I'm cleansing my system. Sweat is a beautiful way of detoxifying the body as well. So exercise, move, breathe hard, bring oxygen in, circulate, get lymphatic moving around your body. This is how waste materials are dragged away, enzymatically destroyed, and cleanses the internal environment of your body. And the last one we'll see is oxidative stress and rust, and that's also linked with those mitochondria, and you don't use it, you lose it. So the body is just simply not very metabolic, and they use the term rust. And I thought it was cool the way they took these more medical types of ideas here and linked them with something more simple, words that really connected with me. I found those words to be simple for my brain to get around, and also very poignant in that they meant a lot for me to heal my own injuries and of avoiding a very expensive medical system that oftentimes is not promoting these ideas, but hoping you actually live unhealthy and need them quite a bit. So again, your body is the doc. The more you know, the less you're going to guess. Please read Dr. Mark Hyman's book, Ultraprevention. Pick it up. Bring it to the gym with you, get on that bike, sweat it out, read the book while you're doing it. You're going to add a lot of valuable information to your brain and a lot of valuable detoxification concepts to your body. So thanks, guys. Take care.